Okay, hopefully this works better. If this audio absolutely shits the bed and this is awful, I apologize, and I'll probably have to reschedule another time where I do the introductions, but this is pretty much my introduction. So I was thinking about doing Twitch streaming for a number of different reasons. It's always been on my mind, and to be honest, I should have done it a lot earlier. Started doing it when I was about 18, 19, because that's when I had a real interest in it. But I guess I was always scared of streaming and putting myself out there because I was always worried about what others might think of me, and others' opinions do get to me, which is definitely one of the reasons why I didn't want to stream, because I was worried about how others' opinions would affect me. But just straight off the bat, I'll let you guys know that this is not only my Twitch stream for gaming, but it's also just a personal stream. If I have anything on my chest at all, and I need to get it off, I will come here and I will just start spraying whatever I got to say. I'm going to get it off my chest. Of course, if it's work related, it's not going on the stream. It's just staying out of it. But if there's anything personal related at all, then yeah, it's just it's gonna be said. I'm gonna say it on the stream, and I'm gonna let my emotions come out. So that's just a disclaimer before I really get into it. But one of the reasons I did just want to start streaming is to just rely less on other sources of dopamine now. If you know me in my personal life, over the last 3 or 4 years, I like my other sources of dopamine. I like getting these in, whether it's just punching cones, smoking nicotine. I just like these things. I just don't know why. I have an addictive personality. I like to have fun. I like going out to town. I like partying. I like to have a boogie. What can I say? But yes, I guess I would say I do have an addictive personality, and I gravitate towards sources of dopamine. I'd like to do what makes me feel good. I've always been like that. But with the circumstances that I've been faced with, I need to just tally back with those sources of dopamine. I need to just chill out, and that's when I thought streaming, that would just be a good sustainable source of dopamine. It's a sustainable source of dopamine. I wouldn't have to look other places, and this is a step in the right direction. It's not just a source of dopamine that's useless right after. It's not I get a hit of dopamine and then it's just garbage. I'm getting a hit of dopamine and I'm actually achieving something. I'm actually tapping into the reward system of my brain. So another reason I wanted to start streaming is just because I want to be more self-confident in myself. Now there's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there, and that's just something that I've come to terms with, just because I've always been afraid of putting myself out there. I've always been afraid of leaping out and then speaking my mind and then someone else just shutting me down completely. I've always been worried about that, when in reality you shouldn't worry about that, because no one gives a shit that I'm streaming. No one really cares that I'm doing all of this. They're too busy in their bag, getting their own grind on, doing their own thing. Everyone's worried about themselves, so don't worry about putting yourself out there, and don't worry about what others think of you, because quite honestly, they don't give a shit if I'm doing this. They don't care. So yeah, that's just another big reason why I'm doing it, just so I can not care what others think, because I highly believe that the more I do this, the more confident I'm going to be in myself, and the more confident I'm going to be in not caring what others think about me, and that's important. So that's the second reason. And the third reason why I started, why I want to stream, and this is the most important, is that I want to be more social. Now you're probably going to say, if you know me already, you're probably going to say, Fletcher, you're already such a social person. What do you mean you want to be more social? Well, if you do know me, you already know that I'm an extrovert. I like going out, I like doing things, I like, meeting other people, and I like introducing myself to others. And that's just who I am. But I'm going to be a lot more alone this year than I have any other year in my life. I'm going to be very alone. Now, that's just because for the last 5 years I've been living with a really good group of friends. Like, I consider these boys like my brothers. Like, these guys are such great guys, amazing guys, and I met them just through uni. And this is, now I lived with them for 5 years, and this is my first year without them. So everyone that I know that went to university has now moved out of where I am, and they've split off across New Zealand, and they're doing their own ventures. They're going that way, this way, and they're just doing their own thing. Now I'm the only one I know that's still in the town. So I'm working, I'm doing all that. I've met some workmates, and they're all cool, and then I'm tight with them, and like yeah, I'm close with them, and they're like, I consider them my friends, but it's not the same as like living with someone for 5 years and coming home and just being able to just empty out everything that's in your brain to them, being able to just be, you know, so open and honest with them about anything in your life. Like, you can trust them as much as you trust your parents. That's how close these guys are to you. So I'm going to be a lot more lonely this year. So just by streaming, it's going to allow me to form an audience. It's going to allow me to be able to connect with others on a more personal level. If people ask me questions, I'm going to be able to respond, and I'm going to be able to be more social. You know, since there's going to be a lack of people just physically in front of me, I can just go online and I can form my own audience, and I can get that boost, get that social, you know, get that social energy, I guess. Because I'm going to need it this year. I'm an extrovert, and I'm not going to be around as many people as I have been for the last 5 years. So I'm going to need to be able to, I'm going to need people to talk to me. I'm going to need to talk to those people, and yeah, I'm just going to need to be more social. I want to form more of an audience, which will make me feel more accompanied during times of loneliness, because yeah, I do get lonely, especially this year. So yeah, those are the three reasons why I do want to start streaming. It's like I said before, it's not just a Rocket League stream, it is more of a personal stream as well. Sorry if that's some sad fucking energy to start the stream. I know it's a bit soapy, and you're probably thinking, Fletcher, if I wanted it to be this sad, I would have put on a Netflix drama and started watching that. And you know what, that's perfectly fine. That's cool. You can switch off now and go to the drama if you want, because we're going to get right into the fucking car for you, right? We can do this. We're going to do this now. Okay. So we're going to load it up.